Katie, so we finally made it back to Portugal.
Yes, we did.
Where are we today?
We are in Tavira, Portugal.
And we're here for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And we've decided to go into a hotel and not do our own cooking. So we're getting breakfast every morning, which we're filling up on.
Yes, we are.
And then we're going to move after 2 weeks further towards Albufeira.
Yes.
So we flew by Transat this time, out of Toronto.
Yes, we did. And we came direct to Faro. And what was really nice was all the people, our viewers, who recognized us in Toronto Airport. It was so nice to actually meet a whole pile of you.
There was about 10 or 12 people that came up to say hello, and we were really grateful for that. So the nice thing about getting to Faro direct from Toronto is that we were here at our hotel at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, we were really early, wasn't it? In fact, too early to check in.
So if you'd flown to Lisbon with TAP or Air Canada, your connecting flight would get you here basically at your hotel at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So we gained a day.
Yes, it was very enjoyable, wasn't it? We had a great walk around and everything before we checked into the hotel.
We did indeed. And it's right on the riverfront in Tavira, so we have spectacular views. And the big event, of course, was
New Year's Eve.
Oh my.
Oh gosh, no.
So the fireworks were being let off from the bridge just by the side of our hotel. So we had an absolute ringside seat from our balcony for all the fireworks, and it was a spectacular show.
It was amazing. We have never seen anything like it. Congrats to whoever put on the firework display. It was phenomenal.
It really was.
Yes.
So we're here and we're going to find out everything there is to do about Tavira.
Yep.
We're using it as a base to travel from. So we will be using the train and bus.
Yeah, and we might take the ferry over to the island too. And
so we haven't got a rental car this time. We decided, let's do public transport and not worry about having to park a rental car.
And so far it's worked great, hasn't it, Norm?
It really has, and we are probably losing weight because we're walking about 10 miles a day.
Yeah, in fact the other day I think we did over 19,000 steps, Norm. We walked up to Continent one way and up to the train station the other way. It was great.
So far it's been fantastic. The weather on average has been 17 or 18 degrees per day as the high, which is extremely comfortable.
Really nice. But we are starting to learn a few things in the short time that we've been here, haven't we, Norm?
Yep.
And that is, if you're used to eating your dinner at, say, 5 o'clock, you'll be in for a surprise, because what happens here, Norm?
Well, the restaurants close at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for a much needed break.
Yeah.
And then they reopen at 6:30, and that's virtually every restaurant that's going to be open has those times. Other than a couple of Indian restaurants that we've noticed do stay open. So one of the tactics is basically eat your main meal at lunchtime and you should be fine. Yeah. And then you can just get a snack. But we couldn't even get a pizza at 5 or 6 o'clock.
No, we couldn't, could we?
No. So be mindful of that. Yeah. Provided that you're okay with your mobility and that you can walk, you can walk to everything. There's the Continent, which is a Tavira shopping mall. We can see it directly across from our hotel. It's a 20-minute walk for us. And then there's a Lidl store by the train station. Yes,
which we went into and explored there too, didn't we? And we're also lucky that there is 2 Pingo Doce. Dose near us.
The one thing that we have found is you might want to go to Continent or Pingo Doce for bargains, for getting cheaper things. But round the back of our hotel is a mini Preco, convenience store, neighborhood store, quite comprehensive, but is just a fraction of these other supermarket sizes. But for things like beer and wine and regular stuff that you'd want, the prices are the same. So you don't have to walk 20 minutes to try and get a big supermarket to get better deals. So don't be afraid of using the smaller stores.
And the other thing too we've noticed is that they even have cut up barbecued chickens in there too, where you could get like 2 legs or 2 different pieces of chicken that you could throw together with a salad or something. We haven't done that yet, but we did notice that they had it, didn't we?
So it's like rotisserie chicken, and basically I think what it is it's half a chicken, and they just detach the leg from the breast portion. But that was working out. The trays in the mini Praco, don't know how to pronounce that, was €4.
Yeah, quite reasonable.
Which would be enough to feed the 2 of us. Because we don't want to have big sit-down meals every day. We are conscious of our weight. One other little tip that we have found out is the famous toasty. So it's virtually everywhere in Portugal. So ham and cheese toasty, you can get it most places. But what we have found out is down from our hotel is an individually owned coffee shop. They have a small machine that roasts their own coffee. They have a massive menu of coffees, but we had a toasty there. And we have never experienced anything like that before.
It was wonderful.
The width of the bread was that wide, and it made 4 portions. And we foolishly ordered 1 each.
Next time we go, we're just going to order 1 between the 2 of us because it was enormous, wasn't it?
But so they're using an artisan bread, which was beautifully done, beautifully presented. Now, if you go to a supermarket, like the Continent, there's a snack bar in front of it. We had a toasty there just to share because it was mid-afternoon. And that was just the regular bread, cut in half. Happy to be back in Portugal. We're happy to see some of the blue skies. We have had a 1 day cloudless, and then we've had 2 or 3 days with a bit of cloud cover. But the sun's shone on every day. Apart from New Year's Eve, around 5 o'clock in the afternoon till about 6:30, it rained.
And apparently they'd had a 40-year drought. And
at New Year's.
Yeah, at New Year's. And they weren't expecting rain. This was a crisis to everybody. They went into real panic mode. We did too. We actually had to borrow an umbrella to go and try and find a pizza because it rained. But you know what? After that hour and a half, it stopped. And then when the fireworks came on,
it's beautiful.
It was wonderful. It was beautiful. And lots of people came out, didn't they, for the fireworks?
Crowds. But we were so lucky that we got this hotel room with our balcony. Anyway, we were lucky that we got a hotel with a view of the river, and it had its own balcony, so we didn't have to be in the crowds for the fireworks. It was just amazing. So, this is our first video from Portugal. We hope that everybody is keeping safe
and keeping well.
And until the next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.